Sometimes it's just hard to get yourself together. Hey y'all, APG Jamie here. And today brings us hashtag 4th Art Saturday. And our inspirational prompt is Faux. What? Plus the color Creme. Okay, so this is an open collab. And what you want to do is share your video or pictures as inspired by the prompt. Use the hashtag in your title and description. Please invite your viewers, friends to play along. Join when you can, don't when you can't. Interpret the prompts as you like, but please keep it family friendly with no sales pitches. You may do process or show and tell, with or without talking, with or without musica. Please tag me or otherwise mention me in your YouTube description so I can get tagged on YouTube so I can come watch your video. And that would be an @APG Jamie, all one word. And you want to share pictures to Instagram or little short videos even over there, you know. To mention me there, it's @ArtistPoetGirl, guy. And the hashtags are 4th Art Saturday, hashtag Open Collab. And just in case you want to know it, my videos are scheduled for 9 a.m. Central. Should that be important to you? Okay, so now we got through with all that housekeeping. So I've got cardstock, and I'm using mostly scraps here, y'all. And various colors of acrylic craft paint. There is a list of ingredients in the description box below the video. Now this here number die set came from the Amazon, and theoretically it is an unbranded die, and it didn't cut the bestesses. And when I went back and cut it again for a second time for the part we're doing the little sponge painting on the solid piece of cardstock, which is easier to do. Just saying. Gonna make these again. Gonna do that. Paint the cardstock first, then die cut them. Okay? Good. So, any hoots. I used an additional shim, and by an additional shim I mean just another piece of cardstock underneath there, and it did cut better. Now I also do have an old machine, and it doesn't have the best pressure everywhere, and my plates are not in the best order because, you know, I cut the wrong way and all that other kind of hoo-ha, but so it goes. So we're layering on acrylic paints, and we've had a black, a burnt umber, which is kind of, or burnt sienna, I don't know, ingredients, y'all. The brown, rusty colored brown, and we used a sagey kind of green. So hubby ended up thinking that they weren't quite brown enough. I guess maybe too orangey, I don't know. And but you know, make your rusty bits the way you want to make your rusty bits, because that's what I'm doing. I'm making rusty bits. Faux metal. Oh, did I say that? No, I didn't. Faux what? Faux metal. I know the color, we're supposed to be using the color Creme. We'll get there. Okay, really we do. Oh, here comes some orange, not just the burnt sienna-ish color, whatever that color was. And that is a tea bag, happens to be a round tea bag. And the tea that's in there is kind of fine, you know, small leafy teas. And it's just to add texture, okay, without over texture. Now I do have some paint that is textured, and you can use sand or cinnamon or other such. Turmeric, I guess, would, you know, turmeric would be working well too. So now I'm just going to scrub it on sort of like you would any other kind of grit paste of sorts, texture paste of sorts. And I'm just smooshing around with a little palette knife. And I'm also taking out the number bits there so we can see what number it is. Not that it matters, because I don't actually want to glue the insides inside the stencil-y looking numbers. Okay. So we will eventually get to Creme. And most of the video is sped up, and some of it is actually in hyperspeed. Okay? Well, y'all know that. And we're halfway. Oh, we're not even halfway, and I've already said everything I needed to say, but that's kind of how it goes, isn't it? Hashtag 4th Art Saturday. Faux. What? And the color Creme, which we've not seen hiding her hair up, the color Creme. So here we go. We've progressed. Oh, I went and die cut another set from the cardstock we had painted up. Okay. It probably wasn't necessary to paint it up and put it underneath, but I wanted them just a little beefier because, you know, metal numbers like this are kind of beefier than a single layer of cardstock, and they glue together pretty well. So that's what I'm doing. Some of them I'm gluing the back of the one, and some of them gluing the top of the other, but you know, they're all getting glued with the flat painty one on the bottom and the rusty bits on the top. To me, they look very rusty. Dangerous even. Like, ow, get a tetanus shot. That was my husband's lighthearted joke. He touched him. He's like, oh, it's not brown enough. And I'm like, you think? And he goes, oh, I need a tetanus shot. Y'all. Anyway. So we're just cruising along and doing all that. Now, when you actually examine kind of rusty bits, you know, real rusty bits, you will notice there will be portions that have little shimmer shine to them. It's some kind of oxidation, rusting process that there will be shiny bits, okay? So that's what I'm doing with the diamond glaze. I'm just adding some little shiny bits here and there. We will use the diamond glaze a little bit later when we get into the cream of the crop, color Creme. Anyway. You know, like I say, interpret these inspirational prompts as you are led. Sometimes I'm led astray. Sometimes I'm not. I am using a tiny brush because I just need tiny little grips. Oh, look, cream colored card. Scrapbook paper. It actually has, like, you know, newsprint or some kind of printing on there. It is so not legible. But it's Creme, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We'll do some more Creme later in a little bit, in 5-10 minutes or something, 20, I don't know. So we've got that folded over, and looking for scorched timber, don't you know, because we're going to put some scorched timber on there. I think I come back and actually put, oh, there it is. Phoenician orange, because you know the rust from the numbers is kind of leaching over onto the background there, because you know that happens. And I'm kind of lining them up, and I thought to put them all on one side, and I thought, no, I got double sided, so I need to put them double sided, but I don't want to end in 0, so we're going to start with 0, because you get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 7, 8, 9, because it was hungry. Anywho, getting out some Melly Mays because I'm going to need them because we're going to be gluing this stuff on. I probably could have cut it. And I'm using Aleene's Original Tacky Glue, my #1 favorite. Okay. And because now they're heavier because it's a double layer of cardstock, and we're actually going to glue it onto the scrapbook paper, which is cardstock. So, way back in the early days of learning how to type on a typewriter machine, they were electric when I started. Anyway, we learned to count out and you center, you know, and all that stuff. So I put one at the beginning of my sheet or my strip there and one at the end of my strip, and now I'm looking for the one in the middle. Had nothing to do with typing, y'all. And it's all eyeballed. Okay, that looks middle-ish, and I am looking, when I was looking at this, I was checking up above on my screen in the camera. So this is camera centered, not actual centering. Okay. Then I think that did pretty good. They're pretty straight. So, one on the top of the line, one at the bottom of the line, one mostly middled, and then the other two get centered between the middle and the ends. Okay? Okay. So, Ellie Mae's everywhere. And then we went ahead and glued the other side as well. Okay. So we got our 9. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you flip it over. It's 5 to 9. Any hoots. And some of my little crumbly bits are coming off, and that's okay. I could have sealed them up, but I didn't. It's going to go on the edge of this experimental play around with different things journal. Okay, we made this, I don't know, year or two, 20 ago. It hadn't been 20, but anyway. So it's going to be a side paper edge, a page edge, not paper edge. I even know it's paper. So I put glue straight on the otherwise book crack gap. Not really, but you know, right down the center on that score mark where it's folded over. And we're just going to Ellie Mae it in a few places and walk away and let it dry. Now we're going to move on to some letters. Now I saw Tony, Crafty with Tony. She made, I believe that's who it was. She made sort of like, really, I'm going to lose the word for it. 1 second. Faux enamel pans. You remember the cookware that's got like the white covering on it? Sometimes it was speckled and that kind of thing. We're going to make white-ish. Well, our color is supposed to be cream. So I have the Dollar Tree paint. It happens to be an eggnog color, which is a very pale beige. Almost Caucasian skin color, I noticed while I was playing with it. So I'm also using some iridescent medium. A list of ingredients, the description box below. You would think it would not be much for this. Yeah. Anyway, so they are paper. It is not a nice weight paper. It's almost cardstock, but it's very flimsy. These alpha letters from the Lobbit, okay? And they had 2 letters on there. Y'all may have saw that. We had a larger and then a smaller size, not a lowercase, but a smaller size capital letter. And I trimmed them apart. And now, because I don't know how wide I want it. Well, yeah, obviously we're going with APG. I mean, you know, that's who I am, y'all. And so I thought, well, that wasn't white enough. It's still too beigey. So I came back with white and more iridescent medium. My paint is growing. And we're painting it on there. And it doesn't really look like it changed the color very much. And iridescence may not be that easy to see. And sometimes we may not get the color for our prompt. But, you know, we tried. We had fun. We endured it. And that's what counts. Oh, crumbs. And the paint was flaking off my brush handle there. So now I'm trimming them down because I'm going to layer them together. Now I'm like, I know exactly where I'm going to put these. You have to wait and see. You have to wait and see. Oh, you saw the thumbnail. Whatever, y'all. Whatever. So we're trimming them down. I was trying to make them basically the same size. But these letters don't necessarily have the same sizeation. I think the height is probably correct, but the width is, I don't know, there's a little play in there, I guess. So when you're using acrylics, you should start with a damp, not wet, but a damp brush. It makes cleaning the acrylics off your brush much easier. And because we're going with the porcelain pans, dishes, whatever they're called, not porcelain, enamelware, whatever. Excuse me, y'all. We're going to put some shine on here, and because we had the diamond glaze out, I'm like, yeah, we're just going to use the diamond glaze because it's super, super shiny. And yeah, it's not quite the effect. I need to practice my faux enamel porcelain ware stuff. So we got a piece of black cardstock because underneath the porcelain pan stuff is the color black typically. So that's, again, scraps. And I decided I wanted to round just the one side. You'll see. Okay. So we're going to glue it on. See how flimsy that little card is there? It's pretty flimsy. I know, it's half full of hose, y'all. Half full of hose. Get some tweezers. Y'all saw me draw the line. I pointed out the line. You can kind of see the pencil line. I can see the pencil line. Well, I can't right now, but when I was working on it, I could. You know, the light got to hit that graphite just right. And you know what? I don't think I went back and erased the line either. Well, there we go. And I can't see it anymore, so I guess it's okay. So we're gluing that on. I'm trying not to get too much glue on there because, as you know, when you get glue on black cardstock, it changes the depth of it. It just does. So I'm trying not to get too much. I mostly did okay. All right, and I'm slightly overlapping the letters. Slightly. So there we go. Wait on it. It's all nice and dried enough. Dried enough, y'all. Smooshing around our original tacky glues, my favorite. Our glitter glues, my second favorite. It's no glitter in it, just glue. It's just glue, y'all. Smooshing that on there. I think I let it semi-dry as well. Again with the excuse me, y'all. Diamond time. Because I thought, oh, my alphabet box needs just a little more blingage. Put some diamonds on it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you, champ. And then I'm like, oh, I need some more diamonds. So we're just going to put 4 more in the other corners. Okay. So we're almost through now, y'all. We're almost to the photo montage. Old flip-flop time. APG Jamie. That's my alphabet block box. Secret internet admirer. Okay. Here we are at the journal. Oh, and look at that. How cool is that? Y'all gonna swear it's real rusty metal when you see the photo montage in a minute. So just showing you, proving to you that it's a tuck spot. Page edge, you can tuck stuff in. Should you need to tuck stuff? Yep. Alphas and numbers. Ta-da! Photo montage. I think I got those letters from Hobby Lobby. It may have been Walmart. I don't know, y'all. Look at that. I know, the box was quick. It was the cream that we were going for, y'all. Look at the rusty faux wood. Y'all. Anyway, I hope you can play along. I do. And remember, I appreciate each and every one of you. Your likes, your kind comments, your shares, and your subscriptions. Now's the time. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.